Hello, and a thrilling, focused welcome to you, the champion of your own journey. Settle your mind, dear friend, and prepare for a moment of intense pressure and potential reward. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to stand under the bright lights, knowing one correct answer could change everything? That feeling of high-stakes ambition is the energy we are harnessing today. This is your chance to learn English with a game show. We're diving into a cinematic narrative built around the ultimate challenge: who wants to win $1 million? This entire session is designed as comprehensible input, using slow, engaging storytelling to embed essential vocabulary related to pressure, risk, and knowledge. I promise you will absorb new language effortlessly as you follow the thrilling path to the final question. As the story unfolds, simply let the bolded words and phrases become a natural part of your understanding. Remember this truth: every calculated risk taken in learning moves you one step closer to your greatest reward. To connect us all in this high-stakes environment, tell me, where in the world are you tuning in from, and what time is it on your clock? Share your location and time in the comments below. Transition. In the next few minutes, you will gain more than a compelling story. You will significantly enhance your listening comprehension through a captivating, naturally paced narrative. You will acquire intermediate vocabulary related to finance, decisions, and overcoming obstacles. And you will receive a powerful life lesson about the importance of trusting your knowledge, even when faced with overwhelming doubt. Storytelling begins. Our story takes us to a dazzling state-of-the-art television studio in London. The set glows with anticipation, focused entirely on a single person, Amara. Amara is a quiet, diligent teacher from Manchester. Her goal isn't personal riches. She needs the million quid, phrase 1, British slang for £1 million sterling, to open a free community center in her struggling neighborhood. Amara sits in the famed hot seat, facing the host, the impeccably dressed and intensely calm Sir Julian. The pressure in the room is immense. Amara is already at the crucial £64,000 question, a secure safety net, but far from her goal. Amara's greatest weakness is not her knowledge, but her hesitation, a pause or reluctance before acting or speaking. When faced with a difficult question, her mind races, and she often forgets the simple, correct English phrasing needed to articulate her thinking process. The question for £125,000 appears on the screen. It is about an obscure piece of world history. Amara feels a wave of panic, sudden, uncontrollable fear. She knew this answer, but the bright lights and the host's calm, scrutinizing gaze make the knowledge elusive difficult to recall or find. Sir Julian speaks, his voice slow and clear, perfect comprehensible input for Amara and for us. Amara, this is a substantial, large in amount or worth amount of money. Do you feel you have the requisite necessary or required knowledge to proceed, or do you wish to walk away? Phrase 2, to quit or leave, securing your £64,000. Amara needs to articulate her uncertainty clearly. She uses a phrase she had practiced mentally for weeks. Sir Julian, I must take a moment. Phrase 3, to pause briefly, to assess the risk. Phrase 4, to evaluate the potential danger. My memory is currently unreliable, not to be depended upon. She decides to use a lifeline, a resource available for help in a difficult situation. She chooses phone a friend. Her friend, speaking in clear English, advises her confidently. Amara listens, the slow, deliberate words cutting through the noise in her head. She realizes the power of using simple descriptive language even under pressure. She locks in the answer correctly. The audience erupts. Amara has tripled multiplied by 3 her money. She feels a rush of momentum, the force or speed of movement, but the questions ahead will require her to tap into her deepest resources, her absolute trust in her own mind. The next question for £250,000 is a complex one, related to modern technology, and Amara has no lifeline left. Amara faces the complex £250,000 question alone. It asks about the origins of a popular tech term, a word or phrase related to technology. Sir Julian asks, with a hint of dramatic tension, Amara, we are now entering the territory of serious decision-making, phrase 5, making choices with high consequences. What is your instinct and innate, typically fixed pattern of behavior? Amara knew the key to success in this high-pressure environment was not speed, but the ability to structure her reasoning, the process of thinking about something in a logical way, aloud in clear, precise English. This process, known as thinking out loud, became her self-made lifeline. She began to articulate her thoughts slowly, drawing the audience into her process. Well, I can immediately eliminate phrase 6 to remove or discard right away, option C. That is irrelevant, not connected to or important to something. The decision now lies solely between phrase 7, only between 2 specific things, options A and B. This use of intermediate vocabulary related to logic and evaluation showed confidence. She was demonstrating command, not just answering randomly. She had practiced this structure thousands of times in her head, using phrases that clearly conveyed certainty, elimination, and probability. I am absolutely certain, completely sure. It is highly probable, very likely to happen, that the answer is A. The evidence strongly suggests, puts forward for consideration that B is correct. Amara decided to use the Ask the Audience lifeline, which she had reserved for the toughest questions. The results flash on the screen: 55% for option B, 45% for option A. The audience is split, providing no clear answer, a massive setback. The host raises the tension. The audience is divided, split into groups that disagree. Amara, you must now rely entirely on your own judgment, the ability to make considered decisions. She remembered the reason she was there, the community center. She drew strength from her purpose. She had to overcome the doubt, uncertainty injected by the audience's split vote. She realized the 55% was enough evidence for her instinct 5. She spoke slowly and clearly, locking in her answer. Sir Julian, the audience is divided, but the slight majority gives me enough confidence, belief in one's own ability to proceed. I am going to trust the 55%. I choose B. Final answer. The dramatic music swelled, the lights flashed, and the word correct illuminated the screen. Amara had won £250,000. She had faced the pressure of the public and survived. The atmosphere was electrifying, but the next step, the £500,000 question, required an entirely different kind of courage, the courage to risk everything she had already won. Amara sits facing the £500,000 question. And then the moment of truth, the final nerve-wracking million quid question. She has £500,000 secured, a massive sum that would save her community center. But the draw of the full million is intense. The host, Sir Julian, asks the ultimate question. Amara, one correct answer, and you win the £1,000,000. One wrong answer, and you drop all the way back to the 64,000 pounds safety net. What is your calculated move, a planned, considered action? The final question appears. It is utterly obscure, relating to an ancient, minor historical figure, a question seemingly designed to be impossible. Amara knows she doesn't know the answer. She has to decide, risk or retreat. She doesn't rush. She uses her final life-saving English skill, the ability to clearly articulate a conscious, rational retreat, a strategic withdrawal. She speaks directly to the host, using flawless, high-stakes English. Sir Julian, my primary goal, most important aim coming here was the community center. 500,000 pounds is more than enough to successfully reach that goal. The risk of losing 436,000 pounds of that and falling back to the safety net is simply unacceptable, not satisfactory. Though the temptation is immense, extremely large, or great, my responsibility lies with my community. She uses precise language to convey her decision, the most important sentence of her life. Therefore, I must reluctantly, unwillingly state that I will walk away too now. I am securing the £500,000. The audience rises in a standing ovation. Amara has won £500,000, not by knowing the final answer, but by demonstrating the wisdom, the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment to stop when her goal was achieved. Her clear English allowed her to communicate her highest values perfectly. The motivational takeaway is this: fluency is not about knowing every answer. It's about knowing how to manage the questions you don't know. Your Learn English with a Game Show practice is teaching you the language of risk, decision, and confidence. Embrace this comprehensible input. Trust your established knowledge. Learn to articulate your reasoning, the thinking process, and know when to secure your winnings. When you can clearly explain why you are making a decision, you demonstrate true mastery. If Amara's story has inspired you to trust your own knowledge and articulate your decisions clearly, please subscribe to the channel right now. Let's continue to turn high pressure into high proficiency together.